welcome to another episode of A Drummer's Guide to. So today's subject is courtesy of Gill Walking. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm so sorry if I'm not, Gill. Anyway, she is an amazing drummer, and she has asked me about practicing. She said she can't get her head around it at the moment. And Gill, I can't tell you how much I relate to this subject. I have always found practicing difficult. The physical act of sitting down and playing something that you don't know well, or basically just shows you how much you need to work on, it's difficult. It's hard. That's a horrible thing to sit down and do every day. And it's hard enough having confidence in yourself without sort of having that kind of energy coming into your life. But it is absolutely essential, obviously, for us all to progress as musicians. So I just wanted to talk through how I've dealt with practicing, getting over that thing of not actually wanting to practice, and consequently not progressing, which is, what's the point of not progressing in music? That's the beauty of it. It's a never-ending journey of just getting better at something. And by better, I mean, that's subjective, so maybe not better, but just being able to express yourself in a more honest way and with more integrity, basically. That's a good word, integrity. But anyway, so let's talk about practice. So, like I say, I really struggled with this also, and I basically sat down and went, why am I struggling so much with this? I mean, I'm talking about 20 years of struggle when it comes to practice. I would basically only practice when I absolutely had to, and a lot of the time that was for a drum lesson. So I would have weekly drum lessons, and the thought of going into a drum lesson not knowing what you're doing, and not only that, but doing it in front of someone that you actually care what they think, that would motivate me quite well. Although, even that was not a great motivation really, because you want to get better for yourself. So that would be a motivation for me. So I thought, okay, well, there's something. And what I realised was every week during those drum lessons, I would have a tangible goal. So it would be, right, I need to play this page from this book at this tempo without making any mistakes. So that would be the goal, basically. And that made it a lot easier. Whereas when I would sit down to practice for myself, I don't know why I said for myself, as if, anyway, for myself, I would just be like, well, okay, I guess I'll practice this random thing, but I don't really know if that's worth anything. I'm not really sure if that's what I need. It was a bit kind of like, meh, and then I would do it for a bit, and if it got hard, then I'd just kind of go, oh, I'm bored, or yeah, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. So that wasn't very good, and equally, yeah, just not good. So the point to that is, I think you need a tangible goal. That's what I believe. So, for instance, for me at the moment, I'm working on obliterating my reading, and actually by the time this comes out, I think that I will have gotten to my end goal. So, obliterating my reading. What is my tangible goal? It's to be able to look at a sheet of paper, 2-3 sheets of paper of drum music, be able to look at it. And actually what my goal is to be able to not even look at it, it's to read it as I go, which, I am 3 weeks away as of recording this video to the end goal, and I'm not sure that's going to happen. But you never know. It's going very well, but when you're just like, ooh, so I'm adapting. It's fine. We'll talk about that in a second. So have a tangible goal. My goal is to be able to look through one song and then play it, reading, basically, and play it as if I'm not reading it, which is a big part of it. So every day I'm doing 3 hours of doing that, recording myself whilst I'm playing charts to songs, some that I know, some that I've never heard, which is great. I love it when that happens, when a song comes up and I'm like, I don't know what this is. Brilliant. This is literally going to be me in the moment doing it. So yes, a tangible goal is good. And then, as I just said, I got to a point where I had to reassess my goal, because I realised that actually I might not get there. So I need to be okay in the time frame with being able to just read it through once and play it, as opposed to just 1, 2, 3, go. Why did I say 1, 2, 3, go? 1, 2, 3, 4, in, if it's in 4/4. Oh my god. Okay, I think I'm starting to go around the bend. Right, tangible goal. The second very important thing that I think will help you, Gill, I hope, is to get feedback from how you're getting on to your goal. And the easiest way to do that is to record yourself and listen back. So let's say your goal is to so you want to learn a particular song. Take that song, you want to play it perfectly. Great, that's an amazing goal. The reason for that is you can play along to it and you can get feedback quickly whether you're playing the parts well. So you would put the song on, you would record yourself drumming to that song, and then you listen back and hear how you lock in with the original drums with the rest of the band. You'd hope that the rest of the band and the drummer are locked in on the record or whatever you're playing to anyway. But yeah, so you want to check that. You can, I almost guarantee it, and this is not a personal thing, trust me. When I first recorded myself and listened back, I was shocked. I was so depressed. I was like, oh my goodness, is that what I sound like? It was, even thinking about it now, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was the worst, one of the worst feelings ever. But I also knew that not a lot of other people did this, and therefore I was already, by embracing this and leaning into it, as they say, I knew that I would progress quickly, and I definitely did. I became the player I wanted to be a lot quicker. So I think being okay with listening back to yourself and going, oh God, and then trying again and recognizing that you probably will just get that little bit better, and then every time you do it, it's going to compound, and you'll get a bit of momentum going, and then it becomes second nature to you, like it is to me now. I mean, I record myself every day, and it may be because I'm working with clients, which is fine, or it's because I want to be getting better. And like I say, doing 3 hours of that every day, it's kind of like, it's pretty intense, I'm not going to lie, but it's really good. And at the end of every day, I kind of tick off my day and just know that I am a little bit better than I was the day before. Oh, I heard this really cool thing yesterday, actually. This might help, because it helped me today. I was really struggling this morning. I was like, really don't want to practice. Oh, I was feeling really sorry for myself. And then I remembered this quote that I read literally yesterday, and I just thought it was brilliant. It says something like, I'm really good at butchering quotes. It said something along the lines of, do something that your future self will thank you for. So I was sat on my couch and I just thought of myself in 8 hours time, and I thought, now that Emily will be so annoyed with herself if she didn't go and practice, but she'd feel so good and smug and like, yeah, I did it if she did it. And I was like, well, then I've got to go do it. And I did it, and I'm blooming proud of myself, because if that had been me in the past, I would have come up with enough excuses to just not do it. And well, I usually take weekends off, so I'll just do those 3 hours on Saturday instead. Yeah, right. As if by the time I get to Saturday, like, it'll be fine. It's just like, no, because by then I would have had it's Monday today, so 4 days worth of excuse building for up till then. Oh, as my dad always says, there's always an excuse not to do something, so I kind of live by that as well. But I like that idea of your future self. So Gill, when every day, if you want to be practicing every day, which I'm going to assume that you do, even if it's for like 10 minutes, just think of your future self and just think, right, that 10 minutes of practice, that is good. If you do that every day, it's not just 10 minutes. That sort of stuff compounds on itself. And imagine the player that you're going to be and you get to be if you put in just that little bit of time every day. It's like, it's really exciting if you kind of think of it like that. But in saying that, like, just trust me, you're not alone on this. I struggle with this still, but I find ways to make myself do it. I think tangible goals is ideal. And then having real-time feedback that you yourself can listen back to something and go, oh, okay, that bit's good. Oh, that bit needs changing. Oh, that bit isn't quite locked in. I'll try and do that. Or if you play into a click, oh, it's not quite in time with the click there, but that's fine. And then you go back and then you refine it. and refine your goals as you go. And you know, you could do like a 6-week goal and then do something else, because that's the other thing. It's quite nice to change up your goals. If you're doing one thing all the time, like for the rest of your life, that's pretty daunting and pretty depressing and pretty not fun. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe do a 1-week goal. Your 1-week goal is to play that one page to a click at 60 BPM. Cool, amazing. Maybe your 2-week goal is to learn that song, or you know, I would have crazy goals. 1 week to learn like a whole album, including charting it. That was pretty crazy. Oh, another one. Oh, should I tell this story? Okay, I'll just tell it really quickly. So I was playing with Brian Ferry. We were doing a New Year's Eve party. It was for Prince, and there was a chance, like there was this rumor flying around that Prince might want to get up and do a couple of songs with us, but we couldn't find out what that song was going to be. So what was my logical reaction to this? I know I'm going to learn the whole of Prince's back catalogue. Do you know how many songs he has? Well, I don't, because I didn't get all the way through it, and it ended up not happening anyway, but I know a heck of a lot more Prince songs now because of it. So, happy days. Anyway, Jill, I hope this has helped you. I hope it's helped anyone that's been watching this and watching me ramble on as usual. Sorry about that. But yeah, share this video with anyone that you think will benefit from it. Please feel free to subscribe. If you have any questions yourself, any topics you'd like me to cover, then send me an email at info@adrummersguide2.com, or you can leave comments in the comment section below. Also, if you want to get onto my mailing list, that'd be great. So you go to adrummersguide2.com/subscribe, and that is so that you don't miss out on any videos, because algorithms of social media, they seem to be changing at all times, and I'm getting paranoid, basically. Terrible thing. But yeah, anyway, I hope you're having a lovely day. I'll be back next week with another subject, and I will see you then. All right, lots of love. Bye guys. Bye.